Welcome to Eastman. Today we're at the South Cove Activity Center and we are talking real estate. Now everyone thinks about the financial side of real estate, but really the legal side is where you can run into the most trouble, and having the right attorney behind you can make all the difference. I'm joined by a friend of mine, Jackie Hudkins of Hudkins Law, whose firm, you might be familiar with their office in New London, but now they're in Lebanon, which means they can reach even more of you with their quality services. Jackie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Elizabeth.
Now, tell us a little bit about your firm and how you got started, because it's kind of a unique approach.
Sure. I'm in my 10th year of practice, focusing exclusively on real estate. I established the law firm in southern New Hampshire, where we cover the southern part of the state and even into Massachusetts, but moved to beautiful New London with my family and have been practicing there, and have just recently expanded the practice to cover the Upper Valley, including the Lebanon-Hanover region. I practice together with 7 attorneys. We collaborate together to ensure that we offer comprehensive representation to our clientele that reaches far beyond what a title company might offer. Where a title company is offering just the facilitation of the transfer of title, at our firm, we are actually representing the legal interests of a party when we handle a representation.
Another thing that's important about having the attorneys behind you is something comes up. Who do you get on the phone? Do they have to call someone, or do you have an expert right there able to answer that title issue?
We have a team of experts on staff. In fact, wonderful, exciting announcement is that Dennis Vachon has just recently joined the firm. He has over 25 years of experience as a title attorney, most recently as the Stratford County Registrar of Deeds. He is in-house examining your titles, which is fantastic. So not only is he making sure that we facilitate a clean transfer of title, he's explaining title issues to our borrowers. He's explaining the significance of an easement, of a potential boundary line issue, restrictive covenants. He is translating those legal concepts into plain language so buyers really have a solid understanding of what they're purchasing and what that home ownership is going to feel like them in practice.
And not just during the transaction either. That you can call you afterwards if something comes up or something happens with a neighbor or with the town. The attorneys are there.
That's right. Very often we do learn about boundary line disputes that might arise after closing, and we can in fact address those issues post-closing. We're also very happy to assist in answering any questions that go beyond the closing table, and for example, a tax adjustment that might come up, we're very happy
that never happens.
We're very happy to facilitate. Yes.
Now, the market's always changing. Here there's some interesting changes that can affect home buyers coming up. Tell us a little bit about what's happening in the market.
Yes, well, of course, everyone has heard of Dodd-Frank and the Consumer Protection Bureau, which governs banks. We as real estate attorneys are vendors of banks, and therefore we come under those same regulations that govern banks. So there are new regulations coming into play for those purchasers of homes that are securing financing. If a loan application is made after August 1st, the application process and the closing process is going to feel different for consumers. The mission of the Bureau is to protect consumers by offering full disclosure on financial terms. But this full disclosure will come at a cost, because it will take significant time and significant due diligence that will extend the closing process. And it's very important for buyers and sellers to be aware of those changes as they come.
So all the more important to make sure you have the right attorney working with you from the beginning in your transaction.
Aligning yourself with a team of professionals is really the key. Your best offense in a real estate transaction is a good defense. You want to make sure that you align yourself with a wonderful realtor that's going to protect your interests, an attorney that's going to protect your legal interests, a local lender that understands lending in the community, where you can walk into the bank and ask questions and understand how your financing is going to work. A very thorough home inspector. Very, very important to align those resources locally so that they can work to your advantage.
And I will say, having you in the corner on the transaction is going to take a lot of headaches away. I want to thank you for joining us, Jackie.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
And I will invite all of our viewers to make sure you check out their offices in New London or now in Lebanon if you have a real estate transaction or an existing real estate issue you'd like them to look into. You're in good hands.